True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report.
If you're looking for straight-up, no-noise analysis of the happenings at Chavez Ravine, subscribe now to True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report, and hit that bell icon because this off-season is going to be a defining moment for the future of our dynasty. Follow our channel so you don't miss a single exclusive update. This information completely changes the Los Angeles Dodgers plan for 2026. And if confirmed, brutal financial and structural decisions will have to be made right now behind the scenes. The front office's silence over the last few days isn't an accident. What has just surfaced at the negotiating tables explains exactly why Andrew Friedman is moving with such caution. League sources have confirmed that the Dodgers are positioned as the favorites to land Bo Bichette, the two-time All-Star and American League hits leader, on a projected 7-year, $189 million deal. The impact isn't just financial, it's a tactical earthquake that will force an immediate shift in Tommy Edman's role and redefine the face of our infield. What I'm hearing from inside sources is that interest in Bichette exploded after his performance in the 2025 World Series against us. Despite dealing with a knee injury that sidelined him for a good chunk of the postseason, Bichette returned to the world's biggest stage and proved he's a true gamer. He hit .348 in the series against the Dodgers, and that ability to produce under extreme pressure convinced our management that he is the missing piece for the three-peat hunt. The central question here is position. John Morosi has already confirmed that Bichette is signaling to the market that he is willing to move to second or third base. For us, that's music to our ears. With Mookie Betts established at shortstop or potentially returning to the outfield depending on the configuration, second base has been our Achilles heel. Last year, we finished near the bottom of the league in OPS at that position, and bringing in a bat of Bo's caliber, which projects at a $27 million annual average, solves that problem instantly. RJ Anderson from CBS Sports was clinical in comparing Bichette's value to Willie Adam's contract with the Giants. The difference is that Bichette is younger and carries an even higher offensive ceiling. We're talking about a guy who has already posted 190 hit seasons. Imagine that bat slotted in right before or after Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman. The risk, of course, is the defense. Bo's outs above average numbers at shortstop were rough in 2025, ranking near the bottom of the league, but that's where the Dodgers' intelligence comes in. By moving him to second base, we minimize his range deficiencies and maximize his offensive value. If you want to understand how the team intends to maintain absolute MLB dominance, this move is the perfect example of calculated aggression. If you value this kind of insider info and want to stay ahead of every Blue Crew move, subscribe to the channel now and turn on notifications because the coming weeks are going to be wild. Signing Bo Bichette for nearly $200 million isn't an isolated move. It triggers a domino effect that hits Tommy Edman directly. If Bichette takes over second base full-time, Edman's role changes drastically. The plan circulating behind the scenes is to turn Edman into our everyday starting center fielder. This solves two problems at once. We gain an elite bat in the infield and solidify our center field defense with a player who possesses gold glove range. It's a masterstroke that few teams would have the flexibility to pull off. Andy Pages, who showed flashes of brilliance, would be moved to a corner outfield spot where his cannon arm is better utilized and the defensive pressure is lower. But let's get into the technical details that really matter to those who know the game. Signing Bichette would push the Dodgers' payroll to unprecedented levels, especially considering the luxury tax penalties we're already facing. However, the mindset in Los Angeles today is win now and win forever. Internal analysis shows that the peak windows for Ohtani and Freeman cannot be wasted on second base experiments. Snatching a player who was the executioner, even in defeat for the Blue Jays in the last World Series, is also a psychological blow to the league. It shows the champ isn't just satisfied, they are actively draining the talent of their biggest rivals. Bichette brings youth to a roster that, despite being talented, was one of the three oldest in the league in 2025. Bringing down that average age is vital for the sustainability of the dynasty. My take on this move is clear. Bichette is the high-risk, high-reward investment that defines the Friedman era. If his knee is 100%, the Dodgers create the most terrifying lineup in modern baseball history. Tommy Edman's transition to center field is a necessary sacrifice that, ironically, might make him even more valuable to the team. We're talking about a roster where an NLCS MVP like Edman accepts a position change to accommodate a new star. That's the kind of culture that wins championships. The strategy is obvious. Surround our pitchers with as much offensive production as possible, ensuring that even on days when things are shaky on the mound, the bats get the job done. What do you, the Blue Crew faithful, think about dropping $189 million on Bo Bichette? Is it worth sacrificing Tommy Edman's versatility to get the AL hits leader into our lineup? Does Bo's defensive risk worry you, or is second base the perfect hiding spot for his bat? Leave a comment below. I want to hear from the True Blue Nation. If you want to keep getting these deep, exclusive analyses before anyone else, don't forget to engage with the channel. Stay tuned to True Blue Nation, Dodgers Report, for fast updates and the best coverage of what's happening behind the scenes in LA. See you next time.